Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading for you, tuning into the day's energy, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Hope this reading is finding you happy and healthy and enjoying your journey to becoming more and more yourself. Thank you so much for being here. All right, let's jump right in. In the past, we have the Five of Wands in reverse. Feels like peaceful after conflict. It feels like things are calming down. Less chaos, less conflict. Feels like you can breathe again. Okay, it looks like it was a challenge in your past. What is this challenge? Interesting. I'm seeing it in two different ways. I'm seeing it from your perspective and from a group, a family, friend group. It's after some type of conflict. It feels like, let me tell it from your point of view. It feels like this is a toxic group, toxic family. It feels like they have a lot of gossip. Feels like it doesn't feel like you can get a fair shake in this group. Maybe why things are so peaceful is because you're showing up as King of Cups, but with your back turned to this family, this group. Maybe you had to separate from them. Maybe you kept trying to fight, trying to get them to understand you. This is such an interesting illustration of the Five of Wands. It's like picketers, protesters, impassioned, this is the way, and I need it this way, and we need it that way, and trying to convince people. And it feels like you're exhausted, trying to convince people, trying to petition, and maybe the most loving thing is just to separate yourself from this energy, from these people. And it also looks like it's the smart thing to do. Queen of Swords also showing up with her back turned, and then we've got the icing out. This feels like cutting off communication. I just heard self-preservation. There's a realization you can't get a fair shake no matter how much you protest. It's all the protesting. See me, see my point of view, see me. It looks like you're realizing that's not going to work. Not with this group. All right. Okay, what's this message? Walking on eggshells. Someone's nervous in the past. Someone's nervous. Someone's so much anxiety and worry about lying, cheating, stealing, being seen, coming to light. Someone's worried because they got caught lying, cheating, stealing. This is someone emotionally immature. They're unable to move on from this. So it feels like whatever this family, this group is in the past that you've separated from, maybe gone no contact, feels like you're recognizing in the past, I'm never going to change anyone's minds here. I'm wasting my breath. And it feels like the most loving thing is just to separate yourself from people who can't perceive you, can't care about you, can't love you. And it feels like you exhausted yourself trying to get them to see you, care about you. And so what's interesting is how can you pulling yourself away create this energy of worry? Someone's worry, somehow by you separating yourself from this group, it's creating a worry in someone that they're going to be seen. Their lying, cheating, stealing will be seen. It's coming to light, and they're unable to move on from this. I don't think they expected you to leave. Someone this is in the past. I'm going to continue on and see if I get any clarity about that message. I'm getting a couple messages around, there's something about you pulling your energy away from this family and just going in your own direction. It caused a vacuum. It looks like you were an easy target that everyone agreed on. Maybe you were the scapegoat in the family, and when you realize you can't change their minds, you're relegated to that role. They can't perceive you any other way, so you just move on. And there's something about you moving on that creates a vacuum. They can't blame you for their horrible actions now because you're not there. And so it feels like whoever benefited from you being the scapegoat, being the problem child, the problem in the family, in this group, once you leave, there's no one to blame. There's a vacuum. And this group, these people need someone to blame. They don't know how to take any accountability. So they're not moving on. You're moving on from them, from this group, from this mindset, from these beliefs that somehow you're responsible for other people. It feels like you're guarding yourself. There's even a King of Pentacles in reverse that you're protecting yourself from. I think there's this realization that you're not going to get nothing fair from this group, from these people. It feels like you're recognizing who's for you, and definitely these people are not for you. All right, in this current energy, present time, we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Letting go. Letting go. Letting go of Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups, both in reverse. Ace of Cups reverse, Queen of Cups reverse. So again, this feels like a similar energy as what happened in the past. You're letting go of, you're not holding on to people, situations, environments that aren't loving. Period. If you do not perceive or receive it as loving, it is not loving. It's not that you have to fix or they're wrong or they're bad. It's just not a good fit. And it feels like letting go of people who are in overwhelm. There's an unloving, overwhelmed energy here. What messages do we need to hear? What are the most important messages that would help us to more clarity, understanding, guidance, growth, enjoyment of life, fulfillment? That's all we want. Just a card that gives us all that. Okay. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the message. You're letting go of anything that's not loving, that you don't receive it as loving. It's not your burden to carry. It might be overwhelming you. Feels like all these cards are wanting to come out and then they pop back in. Bad boss, Emperor reversed. There we go. Yeah. Excuse me. Emperor reverse, Magician. Feels like this bad boss, bad leader in this current energy is trying to manifest 10 of Pentacles reverse, Moon reverse. But it's coming to light. Oh, but it's coming to light. Someone doesn't want you to succeed. Someone is purposely trying to block your finances, your abundance, your legacy, your inheritance. But it's coming to light. There's communication coming in that helps you get out of a comfort zone, out of fear and anxiety, and end this cycle. This feels relevant. It feels important. Whatever this person is doing, this Emperor reverse, it feels like you're just letting go. Whatever this person is doing, it's so unloving. It feels like it's meant to wound you. It's just not working. What is the plan? What's the strategy here? Why is to block? It's like this person comes in and wounds you when all your wands are pointed in the same direction, when all of your desires are pointed in the same direction, when there's no split in your energy. I know what I want. I think about what I want. I talk about what I want, what I'm creating. I take action towards what I want. That's all your wands headed in the same direction, so things move. This person comes in and wants to wound you. So instead of focusing on what you want and talking about what you want and acting in the direction of what you want, this person comes in and you start getting confused and insecure, and so your desires are kind of going, and then you start looking back in the past, and then so they're trying to get you separated from yourself. It feels like it's communication. But it's not working because you've gone through the past experience and you're different. I think this person thinks you're still the same person in the past, but you blocked them or were guarded against them in the past. Or you've done this in the past, so you're no longer picketing and striking and begging people to see you. I think you're just letting go of this. It's like too little, too late. This person can't affect you the way they used to. They can't wound you. They can't wound you with a few words. It just feels... They have nothing. They have no plays left. That's why. Nothing's working. This is the last ditch effort. No one, they're feeling very like trying anything. Nothing's working. Well, let's go back and to a past person and create chaos. That always made me feel better. It doesn't feel like it's working at all because of you. Because of you're not even reacting. You're just like, oh, that's not loving. Must not be for me. I don't receive that as love. That seems like it's a you issue. All right. In what's hidden, we have Two of Wands in reverse. There's no strategy. This isn't like a mastermind, like this person has a strategy and a plan that I can tune into. They're just desperate. Throwing spaghetti at the wall, trying to see what sticks. Who will engage with them? It doesn't feel like anybody is engaging with them anymore. Now I see the past energy. You leaving in the past created a void, a vacuum. Behind closed doors, they could be so cruel to you and get away with it and feel better. It feels like behind closed doors, this person felt really good wounding you, so they felt so much better. They had you to abuse and torture behind closed doors. And in the past, that ended that type of activity that they engaged in created this within you. Unable to move, make moves, move on. It stopped you in your tracks. Because you would take on what's theirs and try to solve that problem. So this person doesn't have a plan. There's no strategy. This is just trying to make themselves feel better by abusing you, by wounding you. It always made them feel better in the past, but it looks like you've grown and you're no longer interested in that type of activity. Star card Hierophant. You are a star. You are healing. You've healed this within you. You are either healing or you've healed this within you. And so that's what's hidden. They don't recognize that you've changed. You've changed. You're different for the better. And with Hierophant, it feels like you are tuning into your higher self. They are no longer lording over you, authority over you. You are your own authority. You and your higher self, source, attunement. Feels like those are big shifts. They have no plans, and it doesn't... They think you're still the past person. Not even in this reading, before someone who took this. This reading starts with you realizing that you're not going to get a fair shake in this family, in this group. You can't trust. You're guarded against this past person who is this person showing up here. with some type of messages to incite you. And it looks like you end this cycle. It's almost like your final exam. It's not that the universe is testing you, but it feels like when you realize that this person can't affect you, that they're poking at some space that used to be a wound. So you can tell that they're poking at that wound, but it's healed. It's not having an effect. You're not overwhelmed. You're not in your woundedness. That's beautiful. So it feels like this experience is just showing you that you're a very different person now. A very different version of yourself. This is a beautiful growth. Wow. All right. The advice and outcome is the 9 of Cups in reverse. A lack of alignment, a lack of happiness. This person's very unhappy, very out of line. They don't know how to find their alignment. They don't know how to find their happiness other than by hurting others behind closed doors. So, what do we need to know about the outcome and advice? What are the most important messages? Let's get a full deck. All right, outcome and advice. Wow. Oh, I love this. Oh, I love this. It's like a little tarot sandwich. We started at the 5 of Wands in reverse, and we're ending at the 5 of Wands in reverse. It's like bookends. I love that. Okay. This person with Chariot reverse as well, which came out twice, and about the same energy. They just can't make moves. They can't move on. They're out of alignment. Nothing's working. They're so unhappy. Oh my gosh. Oh. Wrap this up with a bow. So where we started was you realizing that you're never going to be seen. You're never going to be heard in this family, in this group. No amount of protesting, you're not going to get a fair shake, and the most compassionate thing to do is just remove yourself so you can find yourself and heal, and so you don't continue to resent people, and frustrated and angry at people who just can't perceive you, can't care about you, can't love you. And so in this energy, what's happening, the advice and outcome is that this person who's showing up, trying to block you, they're in that same point, that opportunity. It's like no one wants to deal with them. It's like no one's engaging with them. They can't move. They can't make a move. They can't move on. I think people are perceiving them correctly, and they don't want to work with this energy because it's unworkable. This person wants you to let your guard down, but, they haven't treated you in a way that allows you to let your guard down. They're stuck in their fears. They're stuck in their patterning. They're stuck in a comfort zone of past wounds. And it feels like they're wanting material gain, but this is the path that they've walked, this wounded path, very It's like a nightmare. They're in a never-ending nightmare. Samsara. Just repeating. In their childhood wounds, they don't know any other way. They've chosen this path. I'm not seeing anything else. Any advice? I feel like that's complete here. I think they're trying to find some type of healing by coming in and disrupting you, and it's just not working. They want you to let your guard down. They want you to come back in. They want to be able to wound you, but you've moved on. You're different than the version of you that allowed someone to wound them, that stayed trying to convince people to care about you. That's a trauma response from childhood. Trauma, I love this definition, that trauma is an active trauma response is trying to get someone difficult to care about you. And it feels like this reading is showing that you've shifted that you recognize that in the past, and you've healed that version of yourself. You're no longer chasing people, trying to get them to see you, care about you, like you. Feels like if they show you that there's no care for you, you're like, that's fine. We're not a good fit. We're going to go our own direction. So you've changed a lot. You've upscaled into star and Hierophant type of energy, and they're stuck repeating the same cycle. You are not their medicine. You can't fix this. This type of change that they're looking for has to come from within. So, all right, I hope this was helpful. What an interesting reading. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.